Well, good news, bad news. The good news is the Jaguars have won 2 of their last 3. The bad news is Doug Peterson is most likely going to keep his job throughout the remainder of the regular season. But with that being said, it's time for the rest of your picks. Let's get started because I don't have time for this bullshit. And I really don't have time for this bullshit today. Alright, Lions going on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Holy shit, what a beatdown the Lions made. I am sorry, Detroit. Damn. My only concern now, I know what I said last week, but my only concern, because of the way that the Lions beat the Cowboys, boys, I think the Lions may have scored a few points too many, and you're facing the Vikings who have just come off their bye week. The only 2 guarantees of Week 6, the Vikings and the Chiefs both remaining undefeated. I gotta take the Vikings to defeat the Lions. And that fucking injury that I saw from Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, unlike the Nick Chubb injury where I completely exaggerated the severity of that injury. The Hutchinson injury I saw is not exaggerated. I feel bad for Lions fans, and I feel bad for Hutchinson. It just means that other players have to step up on that Lions that pass rushing core. But I gotta take the Vikings to win. Titans going on the road to take on the Buffalo Bills. Unless retarded bullshit happens, that shouldn't happen. Bills. End of story. Moving on. Dolphins going on the road to take on the Indianapolis Colts. And wouldn't you know it, the Colts have been playing better since they got Flacco. Now I don't know who's starting this game, nor do I care. I do know that Tua Tagovailoa is still not starting, and I know the Dolphins won 2 weeks ago against the Patriots, but I gotta stick with the Colts here. I don't think it matters who the quarterback is, though I do hope Flacco is starting, and that's all I've got to say about that. All right, Seahawks going on the road to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Seahawks, after starting 3-0, have lost 3 consecutive games. Seattle's bad. The Seahawks are officially frauds. That's all there is to it. They're officially frauds. Right. Don't know how. I mean, they started 3-0 because they were facing crap competition, but when they faced better competition, minus the Giants, of course. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. And the Falcons. The ball is starting to roll for the Atlanta Falcons now, isn't it? Shoot. This one might bite me in the ass, but I gotta take the Falcons to defeat the Seahawks. Next up, Packers staying home to take on the Houston Texans. Who'd have thought that this would be game of the week? Oh, that's right. It's the Packers and the Texans. Both teams are expected to be good. The Texans beat down the New England Patriots, and the Packers beat the ever-loving shit out of the Cardinals. Wow. I gotta take the Packers. If the Texans wouldn't shock me if the Texans win, because this one could go either way. But I gotta take the Green Bay Packers to win. Bengals going on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns. Wow, Cleveland, you really suck. I mean, you might not be bad defensively. I'll give you that. I will give you that. But offensively, you're fucking horrible. Well, I did get word though that Nick Chubb is going to make is finally going to make his return. And the Bengals, your defense showed up. Finally. Wait, they only gave up 7 points against the New York Giants. More on that later, but go ahead. I got flip for this one. The Bengals have not been good this year, and neither have. And we all know the Browns haven't been either. Landed on my hand. Heads. You know what? I gotta do it. The Browns need to get a home win at some point. These two teams usually split against each other, no matter how bad either team is. So go ahead and take the Cleveland Browns to defeat the Bengals. This might be the last time I take the Browns to win any games. They are fucking bad. Eagles going on the road to take on the New York Giants. Last time these two teams met, the Eagles lost. They were, which was part of the Eagles' epic collapse in 2023. The Giants. Wow, you only score 7 points against a piss poor Cincinnati Bengals defense. I get that the Bengals defense is fully healthy. Was fully healthy at that point, but still, man, that's ridiculous. And I'll just take the Philadelphia Eagles to defeat the Giants. All right, late afternoon games. Raiders going on the road to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The Raiders decided to play Aiden O'Connell for some retarded reason. I get that Minshew's not the greatest quarterback like some announcers were trying to make him out to be a couple weeks ago, but come on, Aiden O'Connell. Well, the guy is fucking garbage. And the Rams are coming off their bye week. I gotta take the Rams. They need a victory in the worst fucking way. Panthers going on the road to take on the Washington Commanders. The Panthers are scoring points on offense, but their defense is fucking horrible. Well, of course, everybody knew that, and of course, the big blow for the Commanders though is one of their top defensive tackle is out for the remainder of the season. I think their other defensive tackle is a little banged up too. I keep forgetting if it's Payne or Allen or whatever. This may surprise. I can't do it. I can't do it. Take the Commanders to defeat the Panthers. I can't do it. If the Panthers do win, great. But if they lose, they lose. It is what it is. And it's not like I'm betting on the games anyway. All right. America's Game of the Week on Fox. Chiefs going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers in rematch of last year's Super Bowl. I don't need to go into detail about how that Super Bowl went down. It was a great fucking game, by the way. And God, son of a bitch. Anyway, like I said, I know the 49ers bounced back against the Seahawks. Totally get that. But until the Chiefs actually lose a game, there's no reason for me to pick against the Kansas City Chiefs at this point. So yeah, the Niners will make it an interesting contest, but the Chiefs will ultimately win again. Sunday Night Football. Steelers traveling back home to take on the New York Jets. Now the Jets, now I initially took the Jets to defeat the Buffalo Bills, but I didn't trust that pick for two reasons. For a few reasons. One, the Jets, I didn't necessarily trust what the Jets were doing. Two, the Buffalo Bills were on a mission. And three, as I already stated last week, it's getting to the point where I'm supposed to be taking the teams with the better record. Maybe not with every fucking pick, but you know what I mean. And then you got the Steelers. They're going to start Russell Wilson. Really? I'm not the biggest Justin Fields fan. I get all that. But Justin Fields has, in my opinion though, Justin Fields hasn't done enough to prove to me that he should be benched. I get the Steelers side of it. They promised Russell Wilson the starting job before his calf injury, but at the same time, you got to stick with what works. And right now, but because Russell Wilson is starting, it's once again Aaron Rodgers versus Russell Wilson in AFC edition, because obviously these two quarterbacks faced each other's teams when they were with the Seahawks and the Packers. But yeah, oh yes, and of course, it's the reunion of douche and doucher, sure, with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. The only positive the Raiders have is that their fucking headache is finally gone. He's the Jets' problem now, and the Jets have to pay the remainder of his contract too. So that's fucking great. But I gotta take the Steelers to defeat the Jets. Jets. That's usually how it works when Rodgers' teams go on the road to face Russell Wilson's teams. I mean, that's just usually how it goes. All right, next up, Ravens going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's on Monday Night Football. The Ravens, since going 0-2, have won their last 4 games, and the Buccaneers are the first team to beat the ever-loving shit out of the New Orleans Saints. And what a weird like I said Thursday, what a weird fucking game that was. What a weird fucking game that was. I mean, the Buccaneers started off dominating, and then the Saints roared back, and then they dominated the second half. Blanketed them in the process. Now they're facing. Because Lamar Jackson usually plays well against NFC teams, this week and this Monday night's no exception. So take the Ravens to defeat the Buccaneers. And finally, the Chargers going on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals exclusively on ESPN+. At least with the Ravens Buccaneers game, that game's being simulcast on ESPN and ABC. And speaking of which, it's looking like that. Like a lot of games are going to be simulcast on ABC again, which is awesome. But now on to the Chargers and the Cardinals. I don't want to take too long on this one. Jim Harbaugh had to go out because of an arrhythmia, but apparently he had to change his pants too, which was part of it. So who knows what the fuck is up with that? And I don't want to make fun of it too much because heart problems are serious, of course. But yeah. And the Cardinals. This is why I don't pick the Cardinals to win football games. They're still, I'm sorry, Kyler Murray. Nothing against him personally. I think certainly some games he's hot, some games he's not. Chargers. End of story. That story. Let's see what happens when the chaos continues. Till next time, later, fuckers.